So I'm on a ramble again. This is the Rambling Rambler in Parkwood in Coventry, United Kingdom. And as you can see, we are well into autumn. The fall of leaves is enormous and it's like a beautiful orange carpet. Just look at it. Now, we've been through here many different times and you've seen the bluebells, you've seen all sorts of things growing, gradually growing. This has all been cleared here. This was brambles right along to the edge here, and it's been cleaned. They do manage this wood quite well, and you'll find there's piles of dead wood left for the beetles, and obviously then for the birds to eat the beetles. Piles of wood for the hedgehogs and things to get into, and of course there are a lot of deer in here, the little muntjacs, but I've only ever seen one in the distance. They are incredibly nervy. They really are. There goes a squirrel across the path. I don't know if you saw him, but we are a few days now into the lockdown, and there he is, sitting on a bit of a wood over there. There he is. I don't know if you can see him. There he goes, look. Off through the... Yeah, this is his world. So he's here in the woods. Morning. He's here in the woods and he's enjoying himself. This is his world. But I'm so glad the lockdown is not quite as strict now. We can walk as many times a day as we want, and I'm off on a walk today which will probably take me approximately to 19 kilometres, roughly speaking, but it's going to be quite a walk. But you can't complain walking through this beautiful scenery. A lovely smell of autumn, which is the foisty ground as the leaves are rotting and being taken underneath by the worms. So it's a lovely morning. Somebody's now coming with their dog, so we're going to have to be a little careful here. So morning.
Morning.
So we've got the lovely smell of autumn here, and a few people out with their dogs. Look at that lovely path along there, the different shades of orange and yellow. I'm going to go through this way. Lovely avenues of trees here. And it's been so nice to travel this way with you during the year. Both of you, that is. Yes, the numbers of viewers on here is enormous. Sometimes I get 2 people viewing my videos. Oh, how I wish it was more, but thank you for both of you for watching. I do this because I enjoy it anyway, so I don't have to do it for any particular reason other than just enjoyment and recording all this beautiful place. For some people who may be in cities and can't see this, but at least we can walk this time. If you can walk, it doesn't feel quite like a lockdown. I know it's very different for people who are working and always wondering if they will get it and what will happen. And yes, I understand that. But now, of course, we have hope on the horizon. The injections are coming. And if only we could stop all the falsehoods about this injection, that it's going to take over mind control, that's been said. How mad can people be? That's completely false. It's been fact checked and it's just not right. And there's legislation coming in soon. I don't know if it'll be binding, but there are certainly new rules coming in for internet companies. I mean social media companies, really, I suppose. And they're going to have to do a bit of fact-checking and hold up until they've done the fact-checking. But of course, a certain one has not bothered. about fact checking. But that's how it is. Which way am I going? Right or left? I always forget where I'm going here. I think no, I'll go this way for a change. I go left, right, and then left. I've got to head off through that way somewhere. This is soggy. Glad I put my waterproof shoes on. Yes, as I was saying, that will be good to get some fact checking done. Who wants to be have loads of false information? It just reinforces some of our biased views, and we all have biased views. And of course, getting facts that aren't fact checked means that our views could be distorted by things that aren't true. It was interesting to see facts checked in the recent election, and still people believe the lies, because when you're part of a cult, of course, they would still believe the lies regardless. And it's sadly reminiscent of Waco, when all those poor people eliminated themselves because of a cult leader. So sad. But on a happier note, we're out in the woods. This is Parkwood. We go through this one, and then after this one we end up in another one called 10 Shilling Wood. Then I have a bit of a road walk. Then I end up going through by a weir, a ford. We go through Canley Ford. So that'll be good. Love this time of year. Not too certain that I enjoy the mud. It's a lot of mud now. We have had quite a bit of... Look at this, look. I'm not going to sing mud, mud, glorious mud anymore. I'll just sort of wade my way through it. Oh, my word. Mud, mud. Sorry, I got carried away there. This really is muddy. Look at it. I shall be through it in a moment. I really am glad I put my waterproof shoes on. There we are. I'm out of it. Well, more or less. There. Now, More or Less is the name of a programme I shall be watching. It looks at lies, damn lies and statistics, and looks at the statistics that are put up in the media, and it doesn't usually show that they are absolute lies. It just usually proves that the numbers that are given are only one way of looking at the facts, and that many others could show them to be quite different. And it's not left-wing, right-wing biased. It just looks at various figures that people put about in the media, and shows how differently they could be interpreted. Rather interesting programme. More or Less it's called. And of course, I'm not getting money for it, but if you want to see, or rather hear, these podcasts, you could do worse than go on to the BBC app, get that app, and you can listen to the podcasts. I listen to another one called Inside Science, and there's another one on psychology I listen to, which is, I can't remember the name of, but some very, very good programmes to listen to as I'm walking, when I'm not talking with you. Well, I think we better give that a rest now. So I will say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It will be about a couple of weeks before we get 1 million viewers. Hope it would have been 1 million subscribers, but never mind. If you're about to subscribe, you're going to make me so happy I could jump up and down. So bye now from Parkwood, from the Rambling Rambler, Dave to his friends in Coventry, United Kingdom.